What is going on, everyone? We are on day 20. Matter of fact, let me double check this before I say and tell you anything. Day 28. I was actually about to say day 27. We're on day 28. Let me see if I can lower this down where I can show you guys. Oh my gosh, look at me. Oh, day 28. Got a few things to do, nothing major. I apologize on the appearance. I know it looks like I'm spotted and stuff, but literally just got off the Stairmaster, man, about like an hour ago, and sweated like crazy, right? In the mix of like, you know, doing the Stairmaster, it's just one thing that like I'll look on there and I'll be on like level 10, and then I'll go for like 45 minutes. So my shirt, you know, you see the spots. I'm pretty sure it's clear as day. I was worried. I just got back from work now. I want to go ahead and make this video and go ahead and get it out there. But you know, I wanted to touch base on a few things of the process of like getting to day 28. So now that I'm on day 28, as a lot of you know, day 28 of 75 hard, but also day 28 of not smoking weed. And you know what I'm saying? Like as I sit here at day 28, it's like it was one of those things where it's like I always know the person I can become or the person I can be whenever I'm not really smoking and things like that. Because I know smoking, all it did was make me pretty much isolate myself to a point where it's like I would not chase my dreams, I would not chase my vision, I pretty much wouldn't be trying to push my business, I wouldn't be connecting with the people that I need to connect with. It would make me literally just go into this place where I would just literally go to work, come home, and literally want to do nothing else, right? No edit, like no editing, no talking with anybody, just, you know, just literally just staying to myself and being quiet. And then I started to realize that like I've watched multiple videos, I've seen multiple things of like how, you know, to each their own. People like, you know, use it for anxiety. People use it for anxiety. People use it for pain. People use it for like chronic pain, different things like that. But like my thing is like it's more of a crutch. I was going to it for the fact of like just trying to forget, you know, that you know, not realizing how far I've came today, but trying to forget like where I wanted to be. I'm not there yet, you know. And of course, it's like what's so crazy is like where I want to be. It's like it's like now that I sit here and look at it, it's like, you know, that's like the ending. You know, like why do I want to rush to the end of things? Because the major success that I see myself having, it might not be the end of the life, but it's like it's down the road. Of course, I get it. It's gonna take time, but want to rush into those moments and not, you know, express or not enjoy or embrace the journey was a huge flaw. And you know, smoking eliminated that. But now that I'm sitting at day 28. I'm realizing the journey is what it's truly all about, you know, trying to just learn and mold myself in this in like a godly man, as well as I just mold myself into a businessman and mold myself into a man with confidence, a man that is worthy of everything that's supposed to be, you know, worthy of everything that he dreams of having, you know what I'm saying? Because I have dreams, I have visions, but you know, there was one point in time in my life where it's like I didn't even feel like I was worthy of it. So it's like if God would have said, here you go, I probably would have just been like, man, I don't even feel like I deserve this. You know, and that's another thing that like I feel like the negativity, as far as like negative thoughts and everything, it would come also from that, because I feel like whenever I would smoke, it wouldn't bring clarity, it would bring cloudy and confusion. And with that being said, it's like it just made it to a point where it's like, you know, I could not fathom around the fact of understanding of being worthy of the things that I was given. I couldn't fathom the fact of like having confidence in myself and different things like that. So it's like it created a ripple effect where it just caused more and more and more. But now that I'm sitting at 28 days, you know, I guess you say sober from like smoking weed and stuff, I'm starting to realize, you know, a lot of things in my life are, you know, unfolding. And I say this repeatedly because the fact is like those things that are unfolding, it's like I feel like it's God showing me like, you know, all these things that you ever wanted have been waiting on you. You know, you have to understand that they've been waiting on you, and I needed your obedience in order for you to see them. I needed your obedience for you in order for you to like make your way towards them. He's like, you can pray to me about these certain things in life, but if you don't start putting feet on your prayers and making movement, you're never going to get to these things. I have it waiting for you, but I cannot carry you to it. I want your stress, I want your worries, I want your pain, but I cannot carry you to these things that you want. But they are all yours. They're waiting for you. So that's the thing, you know. So, you know, as I'm sitting here, you know, day 28 and just, you know, cussing it out and keeping my eyes on God, you know, and things like that is what gets me the most, man, is like, you know, running into a place of like where I'm standing now is just, I'm beyond grateful, you know, because we get into this spiral. I guess I feel like you can say a down spiral in life, and sometimes like we lose hope and we lose faith and things like that, and we lose our sight on God. And I watched another video where like whenever you're about to like quantum leap into another version of yourself, or you're about to step into another version of yourself, what's so wild is like I feel like it scares us at times, and then we go back to the comfort. And that was me. So as I because I always tell my wife this all the time, that I feel as if something is gonna like a breakthrough is about to happen, right? A breakthrough about to happen. You can ask her. I say it all the time. But as I would get close to this breakthrough, I would go back to this comfort. So I would go back to the smoking, and I would forget it, and it would my vibration, the frequency I was on, everything, it would lower right back down. And then I get there again, like, oh, there's gonna be a breakthrough. I don't know what this breakthrough is. I'm pretty sure it's me becoming very, very powerful through God's will. You know what I'm saying? That's what I truly feel like. It's gonna be something with God, of course, and me and Him, and it's just gonna be very, very powerful. But then I just go again, and I lower myself back down. I go to the comfort because it gets scary. Things can get scary whenever you start to like lose the friends. You start to fade away from being at the job that you want, and you start to realize you want more, and then you start to elevate. And your frequency starts to get higher. And I can't really explain this much because I'm learning as much as I can, but like you start to get to a certain level, and then you literally are about to hit a ceiling, but you're about to bust through and become that person that you know you're capable of being. Like me, it would be the person that knows how to run a media business or knows how to run a business in general. It'll be a person that knows how to make investments. It'll be a person that learns how to trade because that's something else that I'm getting back into. It'll be a person that is like financially literate, like knows how to move his finances good. It'll be a person that carries him with so much boldness. It'll be a person with so much confidence. It'll be a godly man that carries God's word and God's will with him throughout his day and preaches the gospel and shows everybody what God did with one person. Imagine what he can do with two, or he can do with three, or he can do with four, or a whole family. That's what that breakthrough I feel like is going to be through this point, right? And also escaping like the corporate world. That's where I see myself. I see myself being an entrepreneur, escaping that world and controlling my time more, but also sharing God's love and God's will through nations. You know what I'm saying? Through my voice, or physically in person. You know. So it's one of those things where like I think we get to that point where we get so close to it that like it scares us. Because me, I'm people. Like it's scary. It's scary knowing that the old you is about to die, and the new you is about to be reborn. And like basically it's like stepping out of the old ways, the old version, the things that did not work, elevating away from the old friends, the history and everything, because you finally understand this chapter, and then boom, bust through to another chapter, because now this right here is the elevation. Right? So it's like I feel like a lot of us might get scared of stepping into that person. Why? Because there's a lot of things we either hold on to, or there's a lot of things that's holding on to us, constantly pulling us back down. And the thing about it is you gotta snip that. You gotta let that go. You gotta understand that it's time to grow. You gotta understand that like all we have in this world that is so priceless is time. And when we don't utilize that time correctly, we will fall short of our dreams, our vision, and God's will. So we must use that time. Very, very, very important to use it wisely. Why? Because it's literally something that does not, it don't stop. It's constantly going. Like it's like imagine your life on like a stopwatch. It's just constantly going. Until one day, boom, it stops. It's over. With this visual, what you see right now, this flesh, this right here, gone. The spirit lives forever if you move correctly. And I just wish, and I'm not gonna say I wish, I pray that I'm able to eventually explain that even more deeper than what I just said, because I want to try to make as much sense as I can out of this, because these are the things that I feel like people need to understand, or we need to understand deeply in order to gravitate and elevate to the person that God wants us to become, because we lower our standards and we lose our vision and we lose our hope and faith in the worldly things. And it's like now that I'm sitting here and I'm 28 days from smoking, it's so crazy. It don't end there. Thank you, Lord. I give you all grace for being able to make me strong enough to like sit here and keep pushing, because now it's like, yeah, I have thoughts of the smoking and stuff like that. They haven't fully faded, but I'm getting stronger and stronger and stronger. But what gets me the most is like through the process of like getting stronger and stronger, what's so crazy, man, is the fact of like, we cannot sit here and allow these things to take over our lives, where it's like we lose sight on who we truly were meant to become through His will. We have to continue to understand that where you're at right now, like if you're comfortable, but you have it in the back of your head that there's like a thought, like, man, there's more. I know there's more. There's gotta be more. Because there is. We are not meant to wake up every single day and work our lives away to the point where we can't enjoy life. We were meant to like imagine yourself when you were 8 years old or 2 years old. You had a dream. The dream might have been to be Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? Or it might have been to be a cop. You know what I'm saying? What's crazy is like, truth be told, you could be Spider-Man. It's called Spider-Man. It's called acting. That's you really could be him. You know what I'm saying? Just like Batman and all these superheroes, you can be them. It's called acting. If that was your dream, you can act your way to fulfill your dream. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a cop, you can become a cop. You want to be a lawyer, you become a lawyer. But it's like, as we grow, we literally lose sight on that. We literally lose sight on the vision. We lose sight on the purpose. We lose sight of the things that used to make us exciting inside. I saw this video one time where this guy mentioned that we have kids. We are taught to, like in the Bible, I think it's like we're taught to like raise them to be adults in this world. As we grow older, those kids become adults. But before we leave this world, I can't remember how it went, but it was like we are meant to understand the world as kids and be happy and joyful and pure in order to live forever. So it's like we raise our kids to be adults of the world, but the kids teach us to understand how to be a kid of the world in order to be pure and love everyone around us in order to get into heaven, to a sense, if that makes sense. But I can't remember exactly how it went, but it was something like that. And I thought that was one of the amazing story to like life and reality. Like, you're a kid and you grow to be an adult, but the kids will teach us how to teach the adults how to be a kid, because kids are so pure and so loving, and it's God's closest, like God is so close to them. That's why like a lot of stuff I see where like kids like, I was talking to God, or kids like, oh, look at God, He's pretty, because He's so close to them, because they're so pure. They have pure hearts. Ice cream makes them happy, not freaking a $3,000 paycheck. You know what I'm saying? Getting the ball, kicking around the yard makes them happy, not getting that Corvette. You know what I'm saying? Like the simplest things, because that's what life's about. Loving and being happy with the simplest things. It doesn't take the world to be in your hands, or it doesn't take the material things to make you happy. You're living. Because right now, there's somebody that would switch places with you and love to walk in your shoes, because you have it all. And you might not think you do, but you truly do. There's someone wishing and praying right now for your life. But I wanted to get on here and I wanted to share that, in day 28, I'm going to continue to keep going. I'm going to continue to keep pushing. But what I was getting at when I said the day 28, this is another thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, yeah, I said I get the temptation, I get the thoughts, I get that. But it's like, of course, I'm staying away from it. I'm continuing to keep moving forward. But what's so crazy is this right here. It's like, as I sit here at 28 days from smoking, I start to realize this ain't nowhere near it, man. I started to realize, like, wow, even though I'm clear-headed and I'm moving away from like the smoking and things like that, and I'm trying to walk in the proper way as like a parent, as a godly man, and I'm trying to walk the correct way as a godly man, being a parent, a brother, a cousin, a friend, just a human in general, walking in this world. I just see more and more what God's telling me that I need to let go. The weed was like just the first step, bro. That's the crazy thing. The weed was the first step. And now I'm seeing it all, the bigger picture. I'm seeing it all, bro. It is like the weed was just the first step. And I think that's also why it gets scary, because then it's like now the conviction hits strong on all kind of other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Lustful ways, lustful thoughts, and like sex outside of marriage, bro. I mean, my wife's my wife. It's that simple. The story ends there. You know what I'm saying? But it's like we haven't even gotten married yet, and it's like we want to get married, but we want our parents to see it, you know, because our parents have not witnessed, you know, kids, any of their kids get married yet. So we want to include our parents in it. But it's like we're in Las Vegas, our parents in Georgia. We're not sitting in the best situations when it comes like financially, but we want to like make this happen. But I'm not gonna go over here to go to the courthouse and get married just because, oh, that way you can go have sex. Nah, bro, come on, man. That's not it. But it's like, even little things like that, man. And I want to share this, and I ain't never even shared that part, but I wanted to share that because that's the truth, you know. Sex outside of marriage, lustful ways, lustful thoughts, you know. It's like I said, the weed was the first thing. The weed, like, he's like, here, I'm gonna take it, boom, take it away. Took it away. Now I'm clear-headed and I see everything, and it's like, and I want to do right by him, you know. And it's wild because I feel like God will remove one thing or one person in your life. I feel like when you start to follow him, and it might be the start of like the first step, but when he does that, I feel like it starts to overflow and trickle to where you start to see so much more that you need to fix. Just like fasting, when you fast, things start to come forth that you notice that you need to fix. And I feel like that's where I'm standing now, and that's how it is for me, you know, like that, you know, that faded, but now I'm like, all right, so that's gone. I gotta figure out the rest. You know what I'm saying? Like when I say I want to walk like him, I don't want to be God. I want to do right by God and do right by God's will. And it's like I struggle a lot, bro. I struggle with opening up my Bible. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm not perfect. I'm not doing everything perfect. I'm not. So I'm not gonna pretend to be. I would never. And it's like I'm in here talking to a camera right now with like a video I'm about to put out in front of people, and it's like I don't know who's going to see it, but the thing about it is like I'm never going to be a fake person. I struggle with all types of different things, and it's like I'm never going to sit here and act like I'm up here. Even when I clear all these things out, and I'm pure and I'm doing everything correctly as I should, I'm still not going to put myself up there. I'm still going to be right here telling everyone about the things that I went through to get to where I'm going, because that's just the truth, bro. I'm never one of those people that can lie on myself and never could really lie to a person in front of me, unless I don't like you. But that's another story. Like I hate to even say that, God forgive me, please, but yeah, that's the thing, man. You know, like as I realize, you know, I break free from certain things, and I'm clean from smoking weed on, you know, day 28. Like I said, man, it's like I start to see the conviction on a lot of other stuff. I start to see God saying, I want you to go pray for that guy. Hey, I want you to go do this. Hey, go grab that. And it's like sometimes, boom, obedience. Sometimes the obedience isn't there, you know. And then as soon as I realized I didn't do what I was supposed to do, I'm like, God, hey, man, get it together, you know. But yeah, I wanted to jump on here and make this video, put this one out there. Definitely appreciate you guys for tuning in. I hope you know that God loves you. I love you, and I don't need to know you to say that I love you. I hope you have a blessed week, and to God be the glory on everything we do, and you already know what it is, baby. Big faith. Let's go.